So no one told you election sin was gonna run this way. You're sitting in the sim, just watching every day. It's fake elections, nothing counts for you. You don't know what's going on, but we sure do. So cue the ads, cause
we'll be there for you. We're your hosts, so don't fear. We'll be there for you. Just relax and laugh. We'll be there for you. Learn a thing or two.
hello Parasites. Welcome back to another episode of THHS News. As election sim progresses, our candidates will address topics that directly affect New York City's youth on a day-to-day basis: education and leadership.
Education is more than just textbooks and classrooms.
And Lavoo's and divide chocolate and
6-7.
What? It's about the establishment of creativity, pursuit of knowledge, and preparing the next generation for real-world challenges.
Education has always been one of the biggest priorities in our society. This week's candidates will be sharing their plans to improve education for students.
When it comes to leadership, we'll see how our candidates plan to motivate and represent others. Leadership isn't just about holding a position, it's about taking initiative, listening to others, and setting an example.
And let's not forget the importance of inclusivity in leadership. How do we ensure all voices are heard in the decision-making process?
Whether you're an educator, a student, or simply passionate about the future of education, you won't want to miss out on these discussions.
Hi everyone, welcome back to a new episode. Today we'll be playing two games, one with cup stacking and backwards ABC. Here are your two city council candidates. We have
Alicia Vacunis
and
Phil Wong.
Okay, so you each will have 1 minute to fully stack your cups and take them all down. So, are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay,
So for our first question, if elected, what would you work towards regarding education?
So if I were elected, I would want to prioritize education, definitely. I believe education is fundamental to everyone, and I do really believe that it should be merit-based. So I want to increase funding to gifted and talented programs, and I do want to continue the SHSAT.
Okay, and now Alicia, you may answer the question.
So similar to my opponent Phil Wong, I want to I want to keep the SHSAT. I want to make sure that we can also fund a gifted and talented program, just so that we can give recognition to the students who earn it.
Okay, so now round 2. You guys are set up already? Okay, ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, Phil Wong has won again. Okay, so for the second question is, what role do you believe the city council should play in supporting teachers and students?
I definitely believe that the city council should help the teachers get good pay and definitely support students in their education. And I do believe that when students apply for college and stuff, it should be completely merit-based. I don't think race should have anything to do with how if you're administered or not. So I definitely do believe those are issues that we need to face and fix.
Okay, so Alicia, you can answer.
Could you repeat the question?
Yes, okay. What role do you think the city council should play in supporting teachers and students?
So I believe that the city council should be working towards getting teachers a higher pay, just because they're really the backbones of our future. I believe that as well as giving support to teachers, we should be giving support to paras, as they're also very important to the education of students who need more special attention. I think that these are things that the city council could be doing to help these teachers not get burnt out, especially as we're in a lack of teachers wanting to work, because it's such a hard industry to be in. So I think that we should be giving full support to the teachers by increasing pay and accommodating them with whatever they need.
Okay, thank you so much, guys.
Okay, now we're gonna move on to our second game, which is saying the APCs backwards.
So could Phil Wong try attempting first, and then we'll have Alicia go second.
Okay.
So when you're ready, you can start. We'll be checking you.
ZYXWVUTSRQPO NML KJIHGFEDCBA.
Wow. Amazing job. Okay. So now we'll be having Alicia try as well.
Okay, tell me when to start.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
ZYXWVUTSRQPO NMLKJIHGFEDCBA.
Okay, amazing job. Since you both were able to complete it in under the time, you will both get 1 minute to share your beliefs. But we have one question for both of you before you guys do that.
What qualities do you think?
It's okay, guys. It's okay.
Okay, what qualities do you think you have that make you a good leader in the city council?
Who starts?
Oh, you can start.
Okay. So I already have experience along with my opponent working under Governor Holden. And so I've worked there 7 years where he asked me to be the budget director, and from there he endorsed me for the Democratic primary, which really did help me with my win. So I already have that experience, so I feel like that would really much help me. And also for education wise, I have 3 daughters who go to public schools, so this is a topic that is really like deep in my heart, so I'm really passionate about it and it's really important to me.
So for me, as my opponent Phil Wong stated, we worked together alongside for 7 years under Holden's administration. Along from all that experience that I have as a city council staffer, I also was the PTA president, and that gave me a direct view on what parents believe that they need to improve in our education, in our schools. I know what it's like for the parents having struggles that they don't know how they're gonna fix, and from the PTA perspective, I know exactly what we can be doing to help them. I have this experience, and I know the struggle that people have. Alongside that, I've lived here my whole life in Maspeth, Queens. I went to public schools, I went to college here in New York City, so I know exactly what we need to be able to help our education. And I have this experience of leadership that even though my opponent Phil Wong also has as much as me, I feel that I can be more prepared to do.
Okay, thank you so much. And since Phil Wong has won more games than Alicia, you will be able to say your 1 minute speech of anything that you would like to the viewers.
Does it have to be education related?
Yes,
Okay.
education related.
So I believe that education is fundamental to everyone all across New York. And I was the president of the Community Education Council. So not only have I heard people's issues, I fought to bring those issues to light. I fought to keep gifted and talented programs here. I fought to keep the SHSAT. And not only that, I also fought for DOE transparency. So those issues I believe are really important. I don't just listen to issues, but I push to get them fixed.
Okay, thank you guys so much for coming today. Thank you to Alicia and Phil. We hope you enjoyed.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, here we are today with Zor Mamdani. Yes, give it up for Mamdani. Okay, so what are your vision for the education system?
So my vision for the education system is to focus on equity, increased funding, and early childhood programs. I plan to do this by primarily through phasing out the gifted and talented kindergarten program, which means getting rid of it completely, and implementing universal free childcare.
Great! So what is the most important education issue you believe we are currently facing, and how do you plan on addressing it?
That's great. That's a great question. So the most critical educational issue I think we're facing right now is inequity and segregation, which I argue are exacerbated programs like the city's gifted and talented classes. My way of kind of eliminating this issue is by getting rid of the gifted and talented program completely.
Oh, okay. So what are your key priorities for improving education in our community?
So my key priorities for improving education focus on increasing equity, strengthening community input, and expanding support for early education and students in need.
All right. How do you plan to address funding challenges faced by local schools?
That's another great question. I plan to address school funding challenges by increasing taxes on corporation and high earners and focusing resources on specific initiatives. What this means is taxing the 1% of New York City.
All right, last question. What are your views about the phone ban?
So I actually support the phone ban. I believe this ban will address the relentless amount of pressure to not only be online that young people experience and will be free from them from the incentives and the imperatives of an algorithm.
All right, thank you so much.
Of course. See you guys next time. Bye.
We do it better. We do it better, yeah. And I don't mind if the world spins faster, the music's louder, the waves get stronger. I don't mind if the world spins faster, faster, faster. Just let me take it to a better place.
If you care about education and good leadership, then this is for you. As the leader of the Guardian Angels for over 50 years, I will bring my experience as well as my knowledge of what it takes to run an organization to apply it into our city to ensure that all New Yorkers are safe.
And after working so many years in the PTA, you really have no one more experienced than me when it comes to education. So on November 4th, vote Alicia Vacunas and Curtis Liwa to have your Better New York.
Going back to Honolulu just to get that Maui Wowie, that Maui Wowie.
All right, it's week 3. This week is all about education. Who am I here with?
Gonzalo Duran.
Jumani Williams.
Both of them are trying to run for public advocate. Now, my first question is, what is the key factors of education and how you improve it?
So our key factors of education right now, I think, is our funding and the way our kids are receiving their education. Because I think right now, in terms of education, funding is very lacking and it's being put towards the wrong things. So I want to build after-school programs and work with other organizations outside of schools to try and benefit our kids' education as well as, their education.
I want to agree with Mr. Gonzalo, but I also want to add on that funding is very, very important, but also so is fairness and inclusivity, because I believe that every student should be able to get the same support that is needed. I believe that there should be more funding and more school counselors and just more accessibility for students who need it.
All right, now, education. Now, the main problem with education is like affordability. Now, how you make education affordable?
So making education affordable, like I said, I can work with organizations outside the schools and work with our government, work with our parents, try to fundraise, try and get funds for our school, and we can build these different things that will impact our education.
I also want to add on, I believe that we can also do fundraisers outside of school. We can also get students involved. I think it's very important for students to be involved in the schools because this is their education that they care about, and they can get their friends involved and family. So I feel like fundraisers, things in school, poster boards, anything like that.
Now, you guys mentioned fundraising. Now, how will you use those fundraisings towards the kids and the parents?
So towards the kids and the parents, I would say that while getting funds and fundraisers, we can talk to the students, we can talk to the parents, we can get their input, because as public advocate, I want to bring the input of the people and the people first. So I think that getting the input of the parents and the students to what they want, including stuff for their classrooms, stuff outside their classrooms, maybe recess, maybe their lunch, maybe just different things like that the students and parents would want, and maybe stuff that teachers need to educate their students better. We can put more funds towards that so we can include everyone.
All right, now, what do you think?
So I do believe that funding and all that is important, but without the proper communication, none of the funding matters. And I think that it's very important to have open communication between the New York City parents and the students with the district, because I feel like if there's no communication, the money will just go somewhere else. And if there's communication between what the parents need and then what the district can offer, I feel like that would be a much better environment for where the funding should go.
All right, now, for both of you, what do you think? Why do you think we should use your ideas and not the other candidates' idea?
So I think we should use my ideas, because I think my ideas are probably more inclusive than Jermaine Williams here, because I think that we can involve not only the parents, not only the teachers, not only the students, but all of New York State. We can use their funds, we can use their fundraising, we can use all the people of New York State and use them to help all of us, and we can coincide along with these people. We can
basically we can work alongside all of these people to help our students to grow a better environment, to grow a better city, and make New York the place it should be.
What do you have to say to that?
So as much as I want to believe what Mr. Gonzalo was saying, I'm the one that has the years of experience here. I've worked as a New York City public advocate for the past 4 to 5 years. I believe that you guys should take my word over his, because I have actually done some of the things. I've had fundraisers, I've worked with students, I've been a part of the district, so I think that's why you should vote for me.
That's all, folks.
All right, welcome back to week 3 of Hawks News. I'm here with mayoral candidate
Curtis Lewa.
And what we're going to be doing here today is doing a whisper challenge. And basically how this is going to go is I give Curtis, he's going to wear headphones. Very loud music is going to play. And I'm going to say a word. And if he gets the word right, I'll ask him a question regarding that word. There's going to be 2 rounds. And if he gets it really, really fast, there's going to be an optional 3rd round. So.
Playing that music.
Testing.
Wait, I look at him, right? Oh, one more time? Influence?
Yes. Okay, so the question I'll ask of you for influence is, what ways do you hope to influence and improve the policies of the educational system? And beyond testing, but as a community and curriculum as a whole.
Okay, so I believe that our schools should have programs for those that are gifted. I believe that all students, no 2 students work or learn the same. They should all have opportunities and programs, and I believe that there should be a bureaucracy within our education system. It should not just be a be all end all from the government. It should be different states, different communities, they have different people. We should also have programs for those with learning disabilities. Those may be a little bit too advanced for a specific grade. We should have options around, because these are our future, and we're not trying to put them on one specific path. These are brilliant kids, and we need to expand our reach because they have brilliant minds and we need to access them.
Follow-up question to that response, Curtis, is do you think the education curriculum for students as of now needs improvement?
Yes, I believe that it needs improvement, and my opponents are trying to even further diminish the little that we have in terms of the student body in our city being actually unique and actually having experiences and being able to take advantage of programs. I believe that the SHSAT is a huge thing in terms of having students that are very brilliant, being rewarded by getting into specialized schools, which my opponents are trying to defund or to cut entirely. They're trying to cut the specialized schooling system. They're trying to cut special programs that we have for kids with learning disabilities, and I believe that our education system is already extremely lacking, and they're just trying to destroy it even further. Okay.
Yep.
Is
No, that's it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, perfect. So next round.
Yeah. All right. So.
Administration.
Education. I can't hear. Wait. Administration.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. So the question that I'm gonna ask you about administration, Curtis, is how do you plan to work with your administration and other leaders to better the education system in New York City?
Repeat your question.
Okay. How do you plan to work with your administration and other leaders to help make the education system in New York City better?
Okay, so I believe that the mayor and further the government should definitely be in communications with public advocates, the district attorneys of each school's district. I believe that, as I've said, every single community in our city is different. No 2 students, no 2 communities should have the same exact learning style. So I believe that we should be dedicated to ensuring that we know exactly which resources are needed where, but I do believe that the fundamentals, phonics, basic reading, math abilities should be established in every school, but things like the arts, humanities, STEM, advanced STEM courses, there's something we should put more of our time into, because there are a lot of kids that are really interested in these things that don't have access to it.
Yeah, great response, Curtis. Thank you so much.
That's all for this week's episode of Hawks News.
Make sure to tune in as our candidates dive deeper into their visions of education and leadership throughout the week.
Remember, these conversations shape our future of our school and community.
So, stay engaged and make your voice heard.
Hawks News out.